Okay, see this pair right here, Ace of Pentacles being the most prosperous card, prosperity, financial gain, success. And on the other side, it's the Devil, reverse, fatality, misuse of force, evil effects. Human condition that prefers illusion to truth. I see 5-1. The human being and his excesses. So it's two sides of the same coin. You cannot have the Ace of Pentacles and the prosperity without recognizing all that the Devil card entails, all that the human being and his excesses entails for you yourself, for all of us. How if we stay in this human condition that prefers illusion to truth, the Devil card will continue to keep popping up, because especially if we keep trying to manifest some prosperity or financial gain or abundance, unless we are consciously or unconsciously getting that abundance, getting that energy from someone else, which is sad, right? That's not what we should be doing at this point in time. We should be making sure that we are getting our abundance and our prosperity from sources that are from our soul and our heart, and not from someone else. Even family members, this can be like how family systems have worked for a while and you don't even realize it, that there's such courting occurring. It doesn't mean that there's ill intent, but this is important. So in order to truly bring in your own prosperity, your own success, you can't not recognize your weaknesses, your misuse of force, your blindness, where you've been blind, where you have preferred the illusion to truth, where you have done things in excess, because, and this is root crown, see, because in order to have this, you have to recognize this, you have to really go through all of your experiences that have created this, have created you feeling like you needed to do this, feeling like you were weak, feeling like you needed to have an illusion, not truth, feeling like that was your only option, feeling like there was like misuse of force, all these situations in your life where you felt like that. You have to really go through those and understand what that has done to you and how that made you feel and how that has affected you today and how it does affect you today. And only then, like when we do that kind of like searching, can we even, there's some type of like relief that comes, especially when you start to write about these things, like just even telling the story of some type of past pain or something that you've shamed yourself for continuing to self-sabotage and have self-sabotage behaviors. But then when you really write about like what you've gone through and what might have caused that, you feel this kind of like relief of it being like said and heard and felt, and making sure you're holding this like sacred space for yourself, ensuring that you have pre-planned, if you do go on this journey of self-work or whatnot, wanting to create your own reality, to whom you will or will not tell about this, because it is very difficult to do something like this, which is like almost similar to what people might go through and figure out through therapy, but like even more sacred because it's more personal. And if you let people in, even like someone you love to death and would never want harm upon you, there's something about it that kind of can confuse or just make it not as clear for you, because it needs to be feel really clear to your soul, especially as you're starting to get to know your soul, you're starting to get to know what has been needing to be processed and understood and felt, for you to start to feel like you can and you are deserving of your own prosperity, your own gain. And you start to think of these things that you could potentially do for yourself that you always wanted to do. And you start to feel like that these are possibilities. And be careful of who you tell that to, because some people might be like, especially family members or toxic family members, like, oh no, I don't know, I don't think you can do that, remember? So be careful who you tell, because there's a lot of people, especially the people you grew up with and have been around for a while, they like you to stay where you are at. They don't, because that, if you were to change in such a way, it would almost be a mirror. It would be a mirror that would reflect to them what they need to see within themselves. And that often comes off as a projection or some type of aggression towards you. So, but yeah, so when you do that, then you start to feel like you truly deserve this prosperity. You start to feel like you can start even thinking about what your soul or what your being might have done if these things didn't occur, or what you want to do. And that's such a beautiful start to understand who you are and what you care about. And that's just like such a great basis to start right there.